Alright, to start our algebra review, we're going to first do some binomials multiplying together, and then we're going to do some factoring. I'm going to work on number 5. On number 5 we have the quantity of 4m plus 9 times the quantity of 2m plus 7. So distribution, you guys know it as FOIL, or distribution. You're going to multiply the first term of 4m times everything in the second binomial, and then you're going to take 9 times everything over here. And then what you do from here is you simplify. You have 6m squared, excuse me, 8m squared plus 28m plus 18m plus 63. Your common terms of 28 and 18 need to be combined together. You get 8m squared. 28 plus 18 is 46. M plus 63. And then what you'll also do is we're going to work on breaking these down, solving. What this allows you to see when we actually factor, you're going to start with a binomial, or excuse me, a trinomial, and we're going to break down two binomials. What we're going to do with this next one is we're going to do some finding missing radius when you have xz as your tangent to the radius of wz. So we have a leg, and your hypotenuse. Your hypotenuse is 3 plus r. So we have 9 squared plus r squared equals the quantity of 3 plus r squared. This is actually written as 3 plus r times 3 plus r. So you actually need to multiply that out. Order doesn't matter. 9 plus 3r plus 3r plus r squared. So we write it as r squared plus 6r plus 9. So this here is going to substitute for this value. 9 squared is 81 plus r squared equals r squared plus 6r plus 9 minus r squared from both sides. I'm also going to minus 9 from both sides. I get 72 equals 6r divided by 6. R equals 12. Let's see. Let's go to number 10. This radius is x, so this is x. This is my whole hypotenuse. This is my tangent. So x squared plus 99 squared equals the quantity of x plus 81 squared. 99 squared is 9801. So I have x squared plus 9801 equals x squared plus 81x plus 81x plus 6561 minus x squares minus 6561 81 plus 81 162x subtract these two, you get 3240 divided by 162. X equals 20. So now moving on to factoring. What we're going to do is we're going to first start with number 12, I'm going to use the broker's method instead of the box method on this one. Magic X that I was talking about in the other video is what is the first two terms, first and last term times each other. So this would be 1 times 10, which gives you 10, and it must add to negative 7. So what factors of 10 add up to negative 7? Negative 2, negative 5. So doing broker's method, whatever's in the front comes down into bold case with the 1 and the b, no squaring. You just put b's, and then you put minus 2 and minus 5. And that's it. So we're going to jump down to 15. 1 times negative 48 equals negative 48, and you want to add to 2. So the factors of negative 48 that add to 2 are 6 and 8. I have to add to a positive 2, so my 6 needs to be negative. 8 times negative 6 is a negative 48. So bringing down the first term without the squaring, whatever's in front, since it's a 1, it's just n and n. And then I'm going to take these two numbers here, minus 6 plus 8. So the reason why we do this is because of the zero product property. So when we factor and things are equal to 0, we can solve. So seeing the zero product property happen, these are two binomials, or this is, excuse me, a monomial times a binomial. So we're going to set each part equal to 32 after I move it over. So p times p minus 4 minus 32 equals 0. Because I don't have a factor, we gotta distribute. So what we're going to do is we're going to then now do the x. 1 times negative 32 is a negative 32, and we must add to negative 4. You're looking at the factors of 8 and 4. Because I got to multiply, get negative, but add to be a negative 4, negative 8. And we're just going to drop down the p here with the value of 1 in front of it, throw a negative 8, throw a positive 4. Since this is a binomial and it's equal to 0, and p plus 4 equals 0, either one of these can equal 0, so we're going to solve each one. Add your 8 over, you get p equals 8. Subtract your 4 over, you get p equals negative 4. And there's your two solutions. So now moving up here down to 25, we're going to distribute the 18 through. So d squared plus 18d, and then 4 times 18 is 72, equals negative 9, add 9, d squared plus 18d plus 81 equals 0. So we're now looking at the factors of 81 that add up to be 18. Your factors are 9 and 9. Bring that d down with a 1 in front, equals 0, plus 9, d equals negative 9, because you're going to take d plus 9 equal to 0, minus 9, d equals negative 9. So that's all you're doing when you're solving, and those are some of the hardest problems. So really quick up here on number 19, x again, there's a 1 here in front of the x squared, so you're going to take 1 times 28 to give you the top number, that's 28, and you're going to take this b term and middle term, put it in the middle. What's the factors of 28 that add up to 11? So you got 7 and 4. And then what you do is you're going to drop down the number in front with the x, only this part here, ignore the x squared when you do this method. X, put your factors in. Okay, so now I didn't do the box method on any of these. I'm going to show the box method really quick. Same thing. The difference with the box method is you're going to take this exact first term, put it here, and you're going to take your last term and put it here. When you multiply these two times each other, you get 28x squared. Based on my numbers up here from above, I'm going to use 7x and 4x. And the reason why you want the x's is because in the box you need to have it. Because when you add the terms, you don't just have 7 and 4. We have the x, so in the box method you definitely need to have those two x's. So now what I'm looking at is I'm going to factor off to the left the common factor from both of these. So if you pull out the common factor between x squared and x, it's x. Common factor between 4x and 28 is 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you can pull out your common factors this way, or what times x gets you x squared, because it's a Punnett square. X, and 4 times x is 4x. What times x gets you 7x? 7. 4 times 7 is 28, so I know I did it right. And these are my two factors, as you can see up above. And you just set them equal to 0. The original method I did on this whole worksheet would be a faster method to use it on.